Yes, fine. Good morning. We can wait for 3 minutes. We can start at 11:15 so that your friends also join. Then we can start working with the DIY laboratory in week or two. Okay, we can start the lecture at 11:15 on 5. Yes, fine. We can start our lecture. Only 11 students will join. Okay, fine. Today we are going to discuss about how to create a data set using a VCA, and we can able to discuss about some how to use the classifier and how to use the filters. Okay, these are the basics we are going to see today. The first we are going to see how in previous lectures we are able to see that we are creating a data set by using an Excel file and converted into the CSV format. Then we are change that file into the VCA tool acceptable format, that is on extension called .arff. Now the entire thing will be done by the VCAR tool itself. So we are going to generate a data set format. Format means it has the uh, relation at attributes and at data. The three blocks of data will be generated as a structure. Then we can able to edit that structure. Then we can pre-process the data. So in this way, we are able to create a data set structure using a VCAR tool. Now we are going to discuss that point only. So I'm going to share the screen, the entire screen, so that you are able to see what are the operations will be done in the VCAR tool. Okay, if you want just to, anyone can just again reply whether you are able to visualize the screen. Okay, I hope that you are able to see the screen. Now we are going to create a data set structure. Then we are able to edit that structure. Then we are able to pre-process the enter the data and pre-process it. It can be done by using an option called generate data. Okay, just a so I just click the explore. A new window will be open. In this previously we are uploaded the uh, file and open file we are using for the pre-processing the data. Now we are going to use generate. We are using an option called generate. Okay, so you can just click the generate. Then you are able to choose which type of data set we are going to be used. I am just using a base net. We can use any one time. Just I'm using a base net. Then generate. If I click generate, we're able to see that one format will be displayed. Okay, this format has the relation name as well as the attribute and data. So I'm going to close this. You can able to see that the relation name is data generated dot classified dot classification. It has the 10 attributes and 100 instance. Attributes means the first row. Then actual data is 100 rows of actual data is available. In this 10 attributes, 9 attributes are data. The 10th attribute will be the prediction output. We can see class. It is a predefined attribute where you want to give the final decision. According to these values, the decision can be taken. That can be given here. This we can call it as supervised learning, where we are able to give some data and give the result also. According to the data, automatically the system will be predict whether it is it able to happen or it not able to happen. Okay, in this we are giving only the empty structure of the data set where you're able to give the relation name, attribute name, and the instance. Everything is available. Now it is created. Now just we can save. It will be open. It asks for the file name. I'm going to save in the desktop. The file name I'm going to say is TMIR. Yes, we can save. Once the file is saved, you want to edit that file according to that what data set we are going to use. Okay. So in this, what I'm going to do now, I open that file. I'm going to opening that file. The file name we are using here is DMSR. I'm right click, open with notepad. Open with notepad. Now we're able to see that the data is opened. The file is opened. Okay. The first thing we are able to see, okay, we can see, we can close this and open in the Word or so that it will be display the data in the row wise. It is very clearly it will be displayed. Yes. Now you're able to see that. Now it is able to clearly display the data. Okay. So just I'm reducing the size. Okay, fine. Now we can able to see at relation. This is a relation name. I'm going to give the relation name as PMIRES. Okay. Then there is a 10 attributes are there. The class is a predefined attribute. You have to give the decision value. Here I'm giving the decision value as fail or pass. And I'm giving the decision value as a fail or pass. Now I'm going to give a marks. And here, okay, marks. And does not know the value, so I'm just giving the real or EAL. Mark 1 real. The next one I'm giving mark 2 real. No, no, I'm not showing any weaker screen. I'm just showing the word part where you are editing the data set. Now you're able to see that. Now I'm editing the data set. Okay. I'm create the structure of the data set. Now I'm editing the data set. I'm giving S. Okay. I'm again sharing the screen. Just a second. Okay. I hope that now you are able to visible. The screen is shared. It is visible to you. Yes, fine. Fine. Now I save the data set. The data set is going to be edited by using the WordPad. The first the relation given as DMIRS. The first class, it is a decision making attribute. I given the fail or pass. The next is giving three attributes. One is mark one, mentioned as real. Mark two, mentioned as the real. The next thing is I'm giving the mark three. Sorry, average. It is also real. Then I'm going to delete all other attributes. Yes, and delete all other attributes. Here, I'm going to delete all attributes. The first attribute I give fail or pass. I give fail. The next is a value for mark 35, 56. The average is 28. The next is pass. I'm giving the value to this. Okay. 56, 78. The average is 62. Again giving the value as pass. 78, 90, and average will be 71. Fail. 23, 78, 30 average. So I'm giving the average also. So I'm giving the four values, and there will be the four attributes. I changed the data set thing according to my requirement. So now I'm going to save this file. Okay, I saved the file. Before that, the file is generated having 100 instance and the 10 attributes and some of the values 100. Now I'm going to open the file. Yes, now we can able to see the relation name is DMISR. There is a 4 rows of data, 4 attributes are there. We're able to give the weightage, the total count. Okay, so in this way, we are able to create a set and edit the data set and able to load the data set. Okay, this is about how the data set will be created externally, how the data set will be created internally. Okay, so this is about how the data set will be created and open and pre-process. Now we are going to see a new topic called filters. Okay, in this tool, it has n number of filters are there. So to work with the filters, we are going to use a predefined data set which is already having in the vCard tool. So what is meant by filter? So I want to know what is meant by filter. So what is meant by filter? I'm giving an example for that filter. Okay, here I open one Excel sheet. Okay, in this Excel sheet, I'm going to have some data. So what shall I do now? I'll be opening the file which is already is there. Okay. Yes, we are able to see there is a file is open. The first row always will be the attribute. The second row onwards, there is the actual data will be there. Now I want to get only the domain Python. I want to visualize only the domain Python. The remaining record should be not removed. Temporarily, it should be hide. Temporarily, it should be hide. For that, what shall I want to do in the Excel sheet? You all know using a filter. You can click the filter. The filter is available here. Now we can go for the domain. We can select only the Python. Apply. The data will not deleted. Temporarily, it is hidden. Only the Python will be displaying here. So you can also mentioning in Python, there is only one TC3 class will be there. Now I'm moving to the another attribute for class. I want to know how many students are in the project for 7 TC1. Okay, I hope that you were able to see the share screen. Anyone just checking to play whether it is able to see the share screen. Okay, anyone just can confirm whether able to see the share screen. Yes, I'm sorry for the day because my network issues is there. Okay, fine. We can see in Excel sheet, we can able to apply the filter only on the attributes. We're applying the filter only on the attributes. But if you want to apply the filters on this data, you're able to apply the filters on its data. It's also possible in vCouple because if we are moving to the data set, it has lots of data will be there. You want to extract the data, what you want to require. You want to visualize the data, or that you want to use the filters. How we are using the filters in Excel sheet, the same way we are going to use the filters in VCard tool. Now I'm going to share how to use the VCard filters in the VCard tool. Okay. Now I'm going to share the entire screen. Okay, I'm shared the entire screen. I hope that you are able to visualize the, you are able to see the screen. Yes. Now, for any process we are doing in the filter operations, we need a data set. But the Vika tool have a predefined data set which is already stored while installing the Vika tool. So I'm just going to take the data set for applying the filters and see how the filters are working. So I go for the explore. I record a data set to apply the filter. For that, I want to open the file, go to the place where the Vika is stored. In my system, the Vika is stored in C colon program files. Then you are able to get the folder name called vcon. Inside there is a data. So these are the data predefined data set which is used here. I'm using vcon nominal weather nominal data set. I just click here. The data set is loaded. It has the 14 instance, means the 14 values, 5 attributes. Then it can able to see edit. We are able to see these are the data is also available here. Now we are going to apply filters to remove these attributes or remove some data inside these attributes. For example, temperature. The temperature has a three values. One is hot, mild, and cold. Three values are there. In these three values, for 14 records, hot is having in 4 record, mild is having in 6 record, cool is having in 4 record. Now I am able to remove the entire attribute itself. I am able to remove the entire attribute itself. Here the attributes can be accessed by using is index values. Here the attributes are accessing by using is index values. Here the first attribute outlook will be the index is 1, temperature attribute is index 2, like that the play as the index value as 5. If you want to remove this any one of the attribute, you want to use the index value. Now I'm going to apply the filter. So in this part, in the filter part, I'm going to choose the filter and click this. The filter can be applied by supervised and unsupervised. Here we are going to for the unsupervised data. So if I click the supervised or anything, you can able to take two options. One is attribute, another an instance. Attribute means we are working, filter will be working on the attribute itself. Instance means the filter will be working only on the values of the attribute. Now we are going to work with the attribute. So I click that attribute and going down. Sorry, filters. Click the filters, unsupervised, then attribute. I'm going down, going to the attribute called remove. I applied this remove. Now we can see the remove is applied. I want to apply the filter. Before clicking the apply, I want to configure which attribute to be removed. The attributes input will be given in the form of the index value. So remove, I click remove, one window will be opened. The asking for the attribute index. In which attribute you are going to be delete. So the index I'm going is 2 because I'm going to delete the attribute temperature. So I want to remove the attribute temperature too. Okay, I'm going to apply so that we can able to see the attribute count. This here everything will be changed as well as the visualization also changes the attribute. This is also changed. Now we can see apply. If I give apply, you can see the attribute is removed. Here the attribute values 5 is there. The instance is available. The number of rows is available. Only the attribute and its value will be removed. Okay, we can able to remaining things are all same. So in this way, I'm using a single very basic filter called remove to remove the attribute. Is it clear? If you want to go back to undo the operation, you can go and do the undo. If I click undo, we're able to undo the remove operations. So the filter can be applied either on the attribute or either on the data. In our example, we are going to see about how to remove the attribute. So we can using the filter called in select the filter, select the unsupervised and go for the attribute. Okay, now we are going to remove the values of the attribute. Going to remove the values of the attribute. Okay, we can see The temperature. The temperature has the three predefined values: hot, mild, and cold. Now I'm going to remove any one of this attribute values. Okay, we can see. So now the first thing we are removing the attribute, so the filter is applied on the attribute. Now the filter is going to apply on the actual data of the data set. So choose. Now we are going to apply the filter on the data set, actual data. So I go for the instance. I'm going for the remove range. Okay, if I click yes, then before apply, you want to click here. You want to tell the which instance indices will be the instance indices. So either in this instance indices, we have here this 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to select part 1. Okay, then we can apply the filter. Only one instance will be removed from this. Okay, we can see the data, actual data here. Again, I am applying the okay, you can be able to see the hot will be removing one by one. Okay, if I give the temperature, then apply. Again, you can see the hot will be removing. The values from this will be removing. So we are able to apply the filter on the attribute as well as we are able to apply the filter on the instance also. So I'm going to use remove range. For the second one. Okay, humidity. I'm going to remove this normal one by one. So because we are using the humidity, if I give humidity, the normal value will be each and every time it will be reduced. Now it is a 6. I apply the filter. Now the humidity will be 5. So in this way, it is possible to remove the particular value from the data set, or we can able to remove a particular attribute from the data set. Okay, so today's lecture we're discussing how to apply a simple filter to remove the attribute or remove the values from that particular attribute. So this is up to this we're stopping this today's lecture. Okay, so today's lecture we are discussing that to how to create the data set structure in the weaker. Then we can able to say how to apply a basic filter in the data set. It may be in the attribute or it may be in the instance. Okay. So now I'm going to stop this laboratory lecture now. I'm requesting every student just you can drop your enrollment number for attendance. I'm getting ready with the manual. Once the manual is ready, I'll be creating the assignment for you to complete the program and drop in the Google Class. So I'll be creating a manual as well as give it as a reference for you. According to that, you want to install work the program and share the screenshot that assignment. For that, totally we will be allocating a mark maximum mark will be 25 marks. Okay. So from before the Saturday, I will be everything will be done in the Google Class. I will be sharing with you. Okay. I'm requesting each and every student to drop the enrollment number for attendance. I'm requesting everybody just you can share your enrollment number for attendance. Those are given the attendance, we can leave that class. Rudvik, you are only the person. Okay, fine, Rudvik, thank you. You can also leave the class.